Hello everybody, Horseman here, and today I'm going to bring you a brief video regarding the Enhancement Shaman, and this is more or less another look at it. I had already done a video regarding the Enhancement Shaman and its new build while this was still in the PTR, but now that it's gone live and I've had a chance to research and look at a bunch of different people's opinions and builds, I wanted to try to take all of that and more or less make my own based off of my playstyle and the gear that I am wearing currently. A lot of what I've seen up to this point in time, they were talking about how they had the Doom Hammer and the benefits that they had, and also in many cases they had gear that was better than what I'm using. It may not necessarily be best in slot. The stuff that I am using is from Hellfire Citadel. I'm running a 713 right now, and some of it's Heroic Warforged, and I do have a couple of normal pieces in here as well, so you'll see some of that like this, you know, that garbage that I got from normal. Anyway, so in terms of my talent tree, this is what I'm going with right now. I didn't see the benefit just yet in Windsong, and I definitely didn't see any type of healthy benefit from Hot Hand. So what I went with was Boulder Fist, and the reason why I enjoyed Boulder Fist so much is because I enjoyed the idea of being able to go into battle, popping off 2 of those Boulder Fists, and then having enough Maelstrom to go with my Storm Strike, and then to Crash Lightning, and then to kind of go with my priority rotation from there. For the third tier, I chose Lightning Search Totem simply because I think these other 2 are absolute garbage for PvP, or I'm sorry, PvE type gameplay. Earth Grab Totem is great, I guess, if you're trying to run away, but for more often than not, these 2 are just good for PvP. The Lightning Search Totem works a lot better than it did before, so I really do enjoy that. I mean, you pop it down, stupid, and then it goes off nearly immediately, as opposed it to having close to a 3 to 4 second pop off prior to this patch. And the next tier, I see Lightning Shield as well as Hailstorm, but I chose Ancestral Swiftness because I wanted to have that extra boost to my haste, so I can get more Wind Fury procs, and also I can have better cooldowns. But Hailstorm is not something that I am against using, but I think that I will not be using it until my gear gets better and my Doom Hammer is in my hands. I see a lot of folks with Doom Hammer already taking that, and I think it will have some benefit later on down the road, because I already like to try to get a Frostbrand and a Flame Tongue on my targets at the same time anyway. I try to keep Flame Tongue on at least at all times as much as possible, but you know, Frostbrand maybe not as much. In the next tier, we have Overcharge, and we also have Empower Stormlash, and Overcharge I think is absolute garbage, as I don't use Lightning Bolt anymore. It's not in my rotation. It's not something that I'm going to be using, and you'll see here down below that I do use Spell Flash, so when I'm using that, it gets really annoying when all I see is that stupid thing, you know, flashing out, so I don't want that. And Overpowered Stormlash, I'm trying to put damage on a single target, and I think that of these 2 right now, Tempest is going to be the best between them. Okay, so in this tier, this one is always been kind of a mashup between Crashing Storm and Fury of Air. I've seen a lot of folks take Crashing Storm, and I think it's great personally. You use your Crash Lightning and you pop it. It does a cone effect, but it also puts down that AoE effect underneath their feet, and I think that is great in AoE type situations. Fury of Air, on the other hand, is great for AoE as well, as it does a constant ticking of damage to enemies, but the problem is it also does a constant ticking to your Maelstrom, and that's not something I enjoy. So I don't mind popping off a Crash Lightning every so often, get the benefit from that, and then move on. Because if you look here, hitting 2 more targets enhances your weapons for 10 seconds, causing Storm Strike and Lava Lash to also deal 6,666 nature damage. So I'm going to be using this more often, and in the end, I have the ability to generate more Maelstrom over time, as opposed to constantly having to keep up Maelstrom with Fury of the Air. I almost feel like I'd have to be playing like a rogue, just trying to generate that Maelstrom just enough to not only do my Storm Strikes, but also to turn around and keep Fury of the Air up. And the third choice, Sundering, is great in if you're soloing, because I mean it's a good CC. It'll do good area of effect damage right in front of you in a cone, and it also but it also separates them. So I think in groups that's going to get entirely way too annoying. For the last tier, we got Earth and Spike, which I think is absolute garbage, as opposed, and then Ascendance, which I think is awesome. And the reason why I did not take Ascendance is because I'm not really looking for burst. I'm looking more for sustained damage, and we already get a good amount of benefit of Maelstrom with your ferals, and that's all great. You know, I think later on when the gear starts to get a little bit better, I get more mastery, get more haste. When all of that starts to settle in, then I think Ascendance will be something that I'll take later on. So again, this is just a build for right now. You know, with the current gear, with the current build that I have, and with my current type of game style, even in raids. I chose Landslide because I like the way that we get that agility boost, and since it's going to be something that I'm going to be using every few seconds, then I'm going to have a constant 8% boost to my agility because I'm using Boulder Fist, so it works in conjunction with Boulder Fist. So, all right, so to do a quick test of what my DPS is going to be looking like, and I wish these global things would go away. Let's go ahead and try it out. So I'm going to start off with Feral Lunge. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to pop off my 2 Boulder Fists, get a Storm Strike in there, and then go right on over to my Crash Lightning. Again, I'm a clicker, so you're going to see some terrible stuff. If you got any feedback regarding this and would like to leave a comment in the comment section below, I definitely appreciate any type of constructive feedback that you'd like to offer. I would love to discuss what I'm doing good, what I'm doing bad, and what you think that of this particular build. All right, here we go. 1, 2, barrels. To get a bunch of RNG procs there. That was awesome. I loved it. So I didn't even pop off my Flame Tongue and net just yet. So, but as you can see, I was getting up there in DPS, and it's something I can appreciate. Okay. Now, granted, fights are going to be lasting a lot longer than that, but more or less this is going to be repeating as the feral spirits come off a cooldown, and I'm just going to be doing the same thing over and over and over again. When you pop Heroism, and you can pop the ring. Of course, this won't be available post Legion, I'm sure. It's still very good rotation, in my opinion. It's still kind of priority based, so just kind of have to guess how you want to pop your Boulder Fist versus your Crash Lightning, or if you want to throw in a Lava Lash. And the reason why I'm a little bit hesitant to use my Lava Lash is because though it does a decent amount of damage, it's not like awesome damage. I'd rather wait a little bit and get another Boulder Fist in there so I can get a good Storm Strike, because as you saw in there, I was getting 2, 3, and upwards of 4 Storm Strikes before it was back on cooldown again, and that's what you want, because a lot of your damage is going to be coming off of this Storm Strike. So, alright, again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, throw it a like, and you can always subscribe to my channel, and because I do post more videos just like this, and I do unboxings and all kinds of other things, and I'm just an all-around gamer in general. So, alright, without further ado, Horseman out.